Haiti lies on the western side of the island of Hispaniola in the Caribbean Sea, sharing its border with the Dominican Republic. It occupies an area of diverse geography, with coastlines meeting clear blue waters and mountains that rise steeply across the center of the land. The country sits in a tropical climate zone where temperatures remain warm throughout the year, and the weather alternates between dry and rainy seasons that shape agriculture and everyday life. Most travelers arrive with certain expectations shaped by years of headlines that focus on the nation's struggles, yet the moment they land, what they see tells a much larger and more human story. The cities are active, the countryside is wide and green, and the people move with purpose and rhythm that is unique to this island. The goal of this journey is to go beyond what the media often repeats, to show the real Haiti that exists day after day, where life continues steadily and where visitors find more warmth and beauty than they imagined. The camera travels through the streets, coastal areas, and villages to observe how daily life unfolds naturally, without performance or pretense. Haiti's independence, achieved in the early 19th century after a revolution that changed world history, still defines the character of the nation. Its people take pride in that story because it represents strength, freedom, and the ability to stand firm despite adversity. The video begins by showing Haiti as it truly is, from its geography to its communities, offering a perspective grounded in reality and respect rather than assumption. The first impression for most travelers comes through the view from above as the plane approaches the coast. The sight of the sea meeting the mountains is often unexpected because the country's terrain is more dramatic and varied than many expect from Caribbean landscapes. The coastline extends for hundreds of kilometers with beaches that range from soft white sand to rocky shores used by fishermen. The weather remains mostly warm, and the sea breeze brings a steady sense of calm that contrasts sharply with the busy city centers. From the air, travelers see both urban areas and green farmland divided into small plots that sustain local families. When visitors step outside the airport, they encounter scenes of daily life, people selling food, taxis moving quickly, children in school uniforms walking along roads, all normal signs of a country functioning in its own rhythm. The reality is neither idealized nor broken, it is simply life in motion. The country's tropical setting gives it a steady supply of fruits, vegetables, and seafood, which appear in local markets across towns. These early sights tell visitors that Haiti, despite challenges, remains a country of activity, resourcefulness, and genuine community life. When the journey continues toward the capital city, travelers notice how Port-au-Prince extends between hills and sea, combining busy commerce with strong traces of history. The streets can be crowded and loud, yet behind the noise lies a structure built around routine and necessity. Markets operate every day, selling food, clothes, and household goods to locals who rely on them more than on large stores. Street vendors occupy sidewalks with organized persistence, creating a rhythm that becomes normal once observed closely. The city carries the weight of history through buildings that show both colonial and modern influence. Many of them painted in bright solid colors for practical rather than decorative reasons. While the traffic and pace might seem overwhelming at first, travelers soon recognize that everyone knows their role in this movement. Drivers, pedestrians, and sellers operate with unwritten order. The people show resilience, often greeting outsiders with curiosity and courtesy even amid their busy lives. Despite visible signs of poverty and limited infrastructure, there is also pride and effort everywhere, from young people studying at schools to artisans selling handmade crafts. Port-au-Prince reflects the reality of a developing country that continues to move forward in its own way. Outside the capital, Haiti changes its rhythm completely. Towns like Jacmel, Cap-Haïtien, and Les Keys reveal slower lifestyles and communities more closely connected to nature. The roads leading to these places often wind through mountain ranges covered with vegetation that varies from dense forest to open farmland. The countryside provides scenes of goats grazing near hillsides, small houses built with concrete or wood, and locals carrying agricultural produce to nearby markets. Travelers quickly notice how agriculture remains central to rural livelihoods, producing items like coffee, mangoes, bananas, and sugarcane that sustain both local families and regional trade. In many rural areas, the connection between people and land is direct and visible. Haiti's landscapes surprise those who only know its name from news reports, because the natural variety here resembles far more developed destinations in the Caribbean. Mountains rise high above the plains, rivers flow toward the sea, and natural springs support communities that depend on them daily. These regions remain quiet, peaceful, and distinctly real, not designed for tourism, but still welcoming to those who visit with respect and curiosity. The beaches of Haiti stand out as some of the country's most naturally beautiful areas, though many are not widely known internationally. Coastal communities along the northern and southern edges of the island live close to the sea, relying on fishing and small-scale tourism. The sand varies in color from light gold to darker tones, and the water remains clear almost everywhere. Resorts operate in a few selected areas, providing basic but comfortable accommodations for visitors seeking a genuine Caribbean experience without commercial excess. What makes these coastal areas appealing is not luxury but authenticity. People live and work here, and tourism blends with everyday life rather than separating from it. Fishermen prepare their boats early in the morning, children play along the shore, and travelers observe the same natural cycle that locals have followed for generations. The sea provides food, income, and community identity, which gives coastal life in Haiti a grounded, real sense of purpose. Visitors who come for beaches often leave with a deeper impression of human connection than of vacation imagery. As the camera moves through local towns, the video introduces the people who give Haiti its true identity. Their openness is often what surprises travelers the most, especially when they realize how easily conversations begin even with strangers. Haitians tend to communicate with genuine interest and hospitality, eager to share their perspective about their country and its culture. The daily interactions. From a vendor handing change to a customer to neighbors helping each other carry goods, show a sense of cooperation built on community trust. Visitors quickly understand that warmth here does not come from staged friendliness but from habit and culture. In many places, people invite travelers to share a meal or taste something from a food stall without any expectation in return. This natural generosity shapes how travelers remember Haiti. Despite economic hardship, there is dignity and pride in daily living, and it shows through the way people carry themselves and maintain their surroundings. The image that remains strongest after leaving is often not the scenery but the human connection. Culture defines much of the country's personality, and art plays a major role in expressing that identity. Street walls, markets, and small galleries display paintings, sculptures, and handmade crafts that reflect stories from both past and present. Haitian art is widely known across the region for its strong lines, everyday themes, and clear storytelling. Artists often use simple materials, wood, metal, recycled objects, turning them into works that carry meaning far beyond decoration. Music fills the air in most neighborhoods, from radios playing compa rhythms to small groups performing traditional drumming patterns that trace their roots to Africa. Festivals and celebrations bring communities together, showing how art, dance, and song remain part of everyday life rather than rare events. Visitors who attend these local gatherings often describe them as organized yet informal, where everyone participates naturally. Through its art and music, Haiti communicates resilience and unity that cannot be seen through statistics or headlines alone. Food offers another essential way to understand the country's culture. Haitian cuisine combines local produce, African heritage, and French influence to create distinct flavors found nowhere else in the Caribbean. Meals usually include rice and beans, fried plantains, spicy sauces, and seasoned meats like grilled or chicken prepared with citrus and herbs. Food vendors operate on nearly every street corner, and small restaurants serve local dishes that are both affordable and flavorful. For many travelers, tasting the food becomes one of the most memorable parts of their trip, not just for the flavors but for the way meals are shared socially. Eating in Haiti often involves conversation, laughter, and a sense of connection that makes even a simple dish feel significant. The ingredients are mostly fresh and sourced locally, which adds to the authenticity of each meal. Visitors quickly notice how cooking is treated as both necessity and art, combining practicality with care. Food here reflects the nation's character, resourceful, straightforward, and honest in taste and presentation. Religion and spirituality occupy an important place in Haitian life, influencing both personal behavior and community gatherings. Churches, temples, and small shrines appear throughout cities and villages, showing how faith blends into daily routines. Catholicism and Protestantism exist alongside Vodou practices, not as opposites but as intertwined cultural systems that shape identity. For outsiders, this mix may seem complex, but for locals, it is natural and balanced. Religious events, ceremonies, and holidays bring people together, reinforcing community ties through shared rituals. Travelers who attend services or festivals observe how faith is expressed through music, dance, and symbolic gestures rather than elaborate performance. It becomes clear that spirituality in Haiti is lived in everyday actions, respect for elders, gratitude for food, and cooperation among neighbors. The role of religion extends beyond belief to include cultural continuity, and this is visible across generations. The video shows this aspect respectfully, focusing on observation rather than explanation, allowing viewers to understand how deeply faith is connected to social harmony. Nature appears throughout the film not just as scenery but as an active part of life. The country's mountains provide water sources, forests, and fertile soil for crops, while the coastline offers food and transportation. Despite issues like deforestation in some areas, many regions still preserve impressive natural beauty. Waterfalls, rivers, and highland trails remain popular among domestic travelers and small groups of international visitors seeking authentic experiences. These natural areas are not heavily developed, which adds to their sense of purity and quiet. Hikers, photographers, and nature enthusiasts find opportunities to explore without the crowds typical of larger Caribbean destinations. The video captures moments of people farming, collecting water, or resting near rivers, all simple yet essential aspects of rural life. Nature here is both provider and challenge, shaping how people live and adapt. It also represents potential for sustainable tourism, an idea that continues to grow as locals seek balance between preservation and progress. The film gradually introduces Haiti's artisans and creative workers who sustain the country's cultural economy. Many of them operate small workshops, producing handmade items like jewelry, textiles, and wooden carving sold to both locals and visitors. These artisans keep traditional skills alive while adapting to modern demand. The work they do not only generates income but also maintains cultural continuity, passing techniques from one generation to another. Visitors who spend time with these craftsmen often gain insight into how art, patience, and livelihood connect in practical ways. In markets, travelers encounter the faces behind the products, hearing stories about materials, family traditions, and challenges. This human link transforms what might seem like ordinary souvenirs into pieces of living culture. The artistry extends beyond markets. Murals on public walls, metalwork in courtyards, and pottery drying under the sun all show the creative spirit that defines Haitian communities. Creativity is not displayed as luxury here, it is survival expressed through skill and imagination. The coastline remains one of Haiti's strongest assets and deserves close attention in any travel experience. The northern and southern shores differ in both landscape and activity, giving travelers a chance to see how diverse the country's maritime life can be. Along the north, the sea meets cliffs and small coves where fishermen pull in their nets by hand before sunrise, while the south displays longer open beaches lined with palm trees and simple seaside homes. Resorts appear in certain areas, but most remain small in scale and locally managed, creating an experience that feels human rather than commercial. Visitors who choose to stay along these coasts often join locals in daily routines such as buying fresh fish directly from boats or walking the shore in the evenings when temperatures drop. Beach activities include swimming, snorkeling, and relaxed gatherings rather than large organized events. The quiet atmosphere allows travelers to see how the ocean supports community life rather than serving only as a tourist attraction. Even without major infrastructure, these regions manage to maintain cleanliness and order through shared community responsibility. The sea provides not only food but a sense of identity for many families who have lived near it for generations. When people think of Haiti's future in tourism, it is these coastal areas that carry the most promise for sustainable development rooted in local participation.